Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Lilbumblebear's Let's Play. I'm Kristen and we are here with Secret Paths to the Sea. I hope you enjoy. We did one previously that was Secret Paths in the Forest, and that was very charming, and I absolutely loved all the different little stories. So I'm looking forward to seeing what girls we meet and what their little parable stories will be this time as we explore different beaches by the ocean. If you enjoy the gameplay, please give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and of course subscribe for more nostalgic gaming. Check out the playlist in the description box to see a bunch of other awesome games on this channel that I'm sure you'll enjoy. I have social media you can follow, and a wonderful Discord server that I encourage you to join. Use the invite link in the description box and come say hi. But without further ado, enjoy the gameplay.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I'd never want anyone to know, but my parents want me to do so many things, and I'm just so busy. Sometimes I wish I could just make everything stop.
Hey, I'm Sharla. I go to this.
Hi, I'm Nicole.
Hi.
Hi, my name. Hey, hi.
Hi,
I'm Sharla. I go to the.
hi, I'm Nicole. I'd never want anyone to know, but my parents want me to do so many things, and I'm just so busy. Sometimes I wish I could just make everything stop. Being really popular has a lot of responsibilities. I mean, I like to paint my nails and I spend a lot of time on my hair because everyone notices stuff like that. But my mom, Miss Super Exec, loads a lot on me too. Flute lessons before school, gymnastics after school, museums and horseback riding lessons on the weekends, and then there's homework. Sometimes it's just too much.
Nicole, being good just isn't good enough in today's world. If you want to be anyone in life, you've got to be the best.
But Dad, I'm already doing everything I can. I mean, I am the most popular girl in class. Besides, I'm doing all this extra stuff, too.
Sweetheart, what your father means is that if you're going to have a bright future, you must make sure you stay ahead of the competition. It's all part of growing up.
Well, then what if I don't want to grow up? I mean, it seems like the older I get, the more stuff I have to do to keep up with everybody else. How come I can't just play with my friends sometimes? I can see it already. This summer's gonna be hideous. I've got summer classes for a month, plus my parents are making me take a computer class on top of everything else. At least I'll get to go to the stables more. But I just wish I could drop something, you know? I mean, I feel like everything's out of control. Like, I don't even have time to eat breakfast most days. It takes so long getting my hair decent, I just have one of those breakfast bars that Mom and Dad eat. Yucko!
Well, hello, Miss Whitaker. How nice of you to join us.
I'm sorry, Miss McKinney. I got here as quickly as I could. My dad was late picking me up.
Gee, Nicole, where have you been? That sure doesn't smell like mud.
What do you mean, Bo? Oh, no! What am I going to do? This is hideous. I'm totally humiliated. I'll never live this down. And it's all because I didn't have enough time to change. I can't stand this anymore.
stronger than stone. Many years ago, there lived a young stonecutter named Moro. Moro worked with his father, and together they lived a simple yet happy life. That is until one day when a prince rode by in a beautiful carriage. Oh, I wish you could be a powerful prince, his father sighed. Little did Moro know that a sprite, hidden amidst the rock, had heard his father and decided to grant his wish. Suddenly, Moro found himself clad in silken clothing and shoes of fine brocade. Moro had become a wealthy prince. Moro hadn't a care in the world. But one thing disturbed his father's happiness. Every day as he strode through Moro's gardens, he couldn't escape the sun's burning rays. That ball of fire is more powerful than the prince. Royalty isn't good enough. I wish Moro were the sun. The sprite was still listening. No sooner were the words spoken, but Moro blazed in the sky, scorching the faces of prince and stonecutter alike. Now Moro missed many things of his princely life, but only one thing disturbed his father's happiness. Moro could not overcome the heavy clouds that filled the sky with rain. If only Moro were the rain, his father lamented. Then he would be even better than the sun. Little did Moro's father know that the sprite could still hear him. Instantly his wish was granted. Moro lashed upon the land and boats capsized on the seas. Now my son is the greatest in all the land, boasted Moro's father. Now Moro was quite unhappy, wet as he was. But only one thing disturbed his father's happiness. There on the shore stood a huge boulder, completely unmoved by Moro's rainwater. The strength of the boulder infuriated his father. Clearly the rock holds the greatest power in all the land. Moro must be the rock, the old man boomed. The sprite amidst the rocks heard this wish, and swift as lightning Moro became the massive rock. Now Moro was very depressed indeed. But at last he had become the best in all the land. Perhaps his father would finally be pleased. Suddenly, Moro's father heard a faint chip-chap, chip-chap. It was a stonecutter, chipping away at Moro's face. Moro cried, "Enough! If only I could be a stonecutter again, then I would possess the power to cut the rocks." The sprite heard Moro's wish, and it was instantly granted. Moro's father marveled at his son's strong arms. So relieved was he to see Moro as himself that he swore to never make another wish again. And from that day forward, there was nothing that disturbed their happiness.
I guess it's important for me to succeed in everything. But how can I be my best when I'm totally tired and stressed out? I really have to tell Mother and Dad what I need. Maybe they'll let me visit Graham this summer. At Graham's I can read and go for walks by the lake and write in my diary. Graham always lets me just be myself, and that's the best.
Hi, so I'm Stephanie. Things at school were going great, at least until this girl started totally copying me.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Nakili, in case you didn't know. I pretty much always hang with my best friend Miko, but not lately, because this other girl's stolen her or something, and now they're both ignoring me.
I'm kinda shy and moody. Last year, it seemed like nobody ever noticed me, but then my mom started braiding my hair and stuff, and pretty soon, people started to pay attention to me a little more. But that was before this girl named Whitney decided that she wanted some of the attention too.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Nakili, in case you didn't know.
My name's really Ariane.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Nakili, in case you didn't know.
I'm Sharla.
Hi, so
Hey, how you doing? I'm Nakili, in case you didn't know. I pretty much always hang with my best friend Miko, but not lately, because this other girl's like stolen her or something, and now they're both ignoring me. It's not like I think Miko should have only one friend or anything. I mean, everybody should have as many friends as they want, right? It's just that we've always been pretty tight, and now all of a sudden it's like she doesn't even know I'm alive. She and this other girl are totally leaving me out. It really makes me mad.
Sleeping over at your house sounds totally fun, Nakili. But, I'm busy Saturday night.
Oh, well, okay. I guess. I guess I thought, well, like we had a plan or something. Like it was gonna be our night.
Well, I guess I didn't realize it was a for sure plan or whatever. Plus, it's just one stupid night, and you don't have to be so upset about it.
I knew it. You're spending the night at Dana's, aren't you? And you probably weren't even gonna tell me about it.
Oh, honey. You and Miko have been friends for a long time. She can spend the night another weekend.
Mom, I know we've been friends for a long time. But now all she does is ignore me. Everything's Dana this and Dana that.
Try not to let it get to you, sweetheart. Be patient. These things have a way of working themselves out. Sometimes, your Aunt Risha and I do things alone, and sometimes Risha spends time with my friend Maya. Even if I feel I'm on the outside, it always cycles around. Risha and Maya always come back into my life, and our friendships are stronger than ever.
Oh my God, did you see Ashley's earrings this morning?
No.
They were pulling her ears down.
What,
It was
like,
so gross.
big?
Like, they were really heavy.
Oh,
and
no.
Oh,
Hey, Nakili. So, how are you?
Hi, Miko.
Listen, so,
So, Miko and I were wondering if you want to come over and spend the night on Friday.
yeah, we could rent movies or something.
Oh, whatever, Miko. You know you can't just pop back into my life like nothing ever happened. I mean, I'm gonna have to think about it, okay?
The moon and the tides. Long ago, when the moon was always full, there lived a girl named Isabeja. Although she was an only child, Isabeja had many friends. The waves and the sea, the wind and the rocks, the moon and the stars. But of all her friends, Isabeja loved the moon best. Every night, Isabeja crept from the house and ran free along the pebbly beach, where the moon made each rock sparkle like a shiny black pearl. When she reached their small boat, Isabeja clambered aboard. Then she dangled her feet in the cool, clear water and listened while Moon told her stories of faraway lands. "How do you know these things, Moon?" Isabeja would ask. "I circle the world, opposite the sun. I see many things," Moon would reply. And each friend basked in the other's company. That is, until one night, when Moon didn't come. When Isabeja crept from her house on that terrible night, she stumbled in the cold and could not find her boat. "Moon! Moon!" Isabeja cried. But Moon gave no answer. Isabeja waited many hours. Finally, Moon came, but a sadness took Isabeja's heart, for Moon no longer faced her. Each night, Isabeja waited longer for Moon to come, and each night, Moon turned further away from Isabeja. And Moon talked only about another girl across the water. Isabeja grew more jealous with every tale. Then, one night, Moon came not at all. Moon stayed away for many long nights, and the sky remained as dark as Isabeja's heart. Finally, when Isabeja thought her heart would break, she noticed a delicate sliver of light shining low in the sky. It was Moon, peeking down from amongst the stars. Isabeja was angry. "Where did you go, Moon? I thought we were friends." Moon slid into a thin curve. "But I am always your friend, even when I'm away. Each thing has its cycle, like the seasons and tides. Why, what if the world were always in winter? Or the tide never rose and the tide pools ran dry?" Isabeja imagined Moon's riddle. She shivered in eternal cold. She walked through dry pools where the sea life had died. Then she remembered the ebb and flow of the seasons and tides. "I may venture far, but I will always return, for no shore is exactly like your shore. You are my friend, forever and always." Slowly, Isabeja climbed into her boat. She dangled her feet in the cool, clear water. She smiled up at the sky. "Tell me a new story, my old friend."
I guess Mom was right in a way. I mean, Miko and I have been friends for a long time. And I remember when Miko felt left out one time when I went to a movie with Dana and we didn't invite her. I'm still angry though. I mean that Miko ignored me like that, but I'm glad she still wants to hang out. Maybe if it happens again, I'll try to remember that even if I'm left out, Miko will probably swing back around and still be my friend.
Hi, my name's really I'm Sharla. I go to the stupidest school in the universe because they come up with ideas like Father-Daughter Day at Splash Metro. Yeah, right. Last time I saw my father was 2 years ago. Just because a lot of the parents around here are still together, the grown-ups just assume that everybody wants to go on a field trip with their dad. Well, they're half right. I mean, water slides are really fat, but it's not like I have a father to go with, which means I won't get to go at all. I told my mom about it, but she just rolled her eyes and went off to her dumb old job. Great. Everyone I know will be goofing off, and all I have to look forward to is a special project day at school. did you ever have to get a divorce? We could be like normal human beings if you hadn't. Then I wouldn't stick out like such a sore thumb at school.
That hurts, Sharla. No, I don't think you understand what went into my decision to divorce your father. You do realize that we didn't plan it just to make you miserable. Or maybe you don't.
Well, that's exactly what you did. Because I am miserable. You guys completely ruined my life and you don't even care. Plus, I bet you're the reason why Dad never comes to see us.
Oh, Sharla, honey, don't. Oh. Emil? Hi, it's Loretta. Listen, hey, we've got a problem. See, Sharla's school is having some father-daughter water slide trip or something next Friday.
Loretta, I told you that I'm no good at these kid things. Can't you take her?
Listen, you're her father and... Oh, never mind. Emil, this routine has gone on long enough. Sharla's a sensitive kid. She misses you. You should at least call her up and talk to her every now and then.
I know. I gotta go now, Loretta. I'll try and give her a call. Maybe Saturday or something.
Yeah, that's what you always say.
I'll probably get one of those infrequent phone calls from my dad. And that's supposed to make me feel better? All it'll do is remind me that my parents are divorced, my dad's not around, and I have no chance of going to Splash Metro. I don't know why, but writing poetry and stuff usually makes me feel better. I'm definitely putting this one in my journal.
Mother of the waves, in days long past, a young fisherman named Einar walked along a lonely beach. Soon, A strange, unearthly singing drew him toward a mysterious cave. There, piled on the rocks at the cave's mouth, lay 5 discarded sealskins. Quickly, Einar grabbed the softest skin he could find. Then he stole his way homeward and locked the sealskin tightly away in a dark wooden trunk. Einar returned the next morning, and there, just as he had hoped, sat a beautiful young woman. She was a selkona, a magical creature, both human and seal. Unable to slip back into her sealskin, the woman was now trapped on the land and yearning for home.
Come, I will help you and love you, and we shall marry and live so happily. I promise to honor you well.
With no word, Elsa, the seal woman, accepted Einar's sturdy hand. She hadn't a choice. As the months and years passed, Einar's kindness softened Elsa's fears, and she grew accustomed to life on the land. After a time, they had children, 7 in all, and together the family lived happily enough. But Elsa always gazed sadly toward the sea. Their youngest daughter, Gyða, was often puzzled by her mother's heavy heart, for nothing she did could ease her mother's pain. There must be a way to find what she's lost. And so it was that Gyða found the trunk's tiny key. As he gathered the washing, her father's nightshirt fell from her grasp, and out, onto the stones, dropped the bright little key. As soon as he touched it, Gyða knew it held her mother's happiness. She ran to Elsa's loom. "Mama, look! Look what I found in Papa's shirt!" Elsa's face brightened like the sun as tears welled in her eyes. "Dear child, you may have found my skin. Now, quickly!" The two ran to the trunk, and in a twinkling, the lock sprang open, and there lay the soft skin of a seal. Elsa gasped in delight. "Now you must be brave," she said. Then the two hurried to the water's edge, while the seal mother told Gyða her story. "So you see, I was never able to return to my ocean home or to my 7 children who swim there." Elsa held Gyða tightly. "Dear daughter, the sea is my true home, but I will always love and watch over you." Then she kissed Gyða gently, and she waded into the sea. Gracefully, Elsa pulled her sealskin up and over her body. Then she swam into the waves and disappeared from sight. Soon, a smooth seal head bobbed to the surface, and Gyða watched as seals from many nearby rocks joyfully plunged into the water, where they barked and bobbed in happy reunion. Einar heard the commotion. He knew in his heart that the key had been found, but when he reached the shore, he could only watch as his wife swam away with her kin. From that day forward, Einar's nets were always full. None in the family ever came to harm, and Gyða was happy, knowing that her mother had found the precious thing she had lost.
So my dad called and told me some stuff I never knew before. He told me how much better things are for both him and Mom since they broke up. He said they were more like torn apart people when they were together. Dad says he feels much better now. All I know is that I'm learning how to pick the people I spend time with, too. I asked my Uncle Horace if he'd take me to Splash Metro, and he said yes. Uncle Horace always tells me great stories, and he even asks me to read my poetry. Splash Metro's going to be the coolest.
Hi, so I'm Stephanie. Things at school were going great, at least until this girl started totally copying me. I'm kinda shy and moody. Last year, it seemed like nobody ever noticed me. But then my mom started braiding my hair and stuff, and pretty soon people started to pay attention to me a little more. But that was before this girl named Whitney decided that she wanted some of the attention too.
Stephanie. Wow, so I really like your hair like that. Did you do it by yourself?
Oh, thanks, Nicole. No, my auntie was visiting this summer from California, and she told me that all the girls where she comes from wear really cool braids in their hair with beads and stuff in them. So I asked her if she would show me how to braid my hair.
Too bad people at this dumb school don't do stuff like that. I mean, it looks really cool. At least some of us understand style.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Okay, see ya.
Oh, hey, before my auntie left to go back to California, she gave me this really neat necklace, too. Check it out.
Well, that's not really my style, but it is kind of cool, I guess. Wow, Whitney, that's a really cool necklace. Would you let me wear it after lunch today?
Well, maybe. But only if you promise not to lose it or anything.
I promise. Don't worry, you can trust me. So, where did you get this anyway? I think I've seen it before somewhere, like maybe at the mall or something.
Oh, that's weird. I mean, yeah, I got it while I was shopping with my dad. I'll lend you my necklace if you let me come over and play on your computer after school.
It's a deal.
Waipalo forgets himself. When the goddesses and gods still ruled Hawaii, Moli'i ruled the sands. When the old Upupa scuttled along Poipo Beach, all the birds commented on Moli'i's grace and agility. She never wanted for respect. It came to pass that an ambitious young Eva bird named Waipalo became jealous of Moli'i's position. When the other birds talked of Moli'i's skill and beauty, Waipalo could only look at his own lanky body and large wings with despair. Waipalo wanted what Moli'i had, and so the young bird hatched a plan. Watch, listen, imitate. For 3 days and 3 nights, Waipalo hid behind a cluster of lava rocks and never turned from his task. On the morning of the 4th day, Waipalo was ready. Aloha, Waipalo, said Moli'i graciously. And how are things Iluna in the sky? I wouldn't know, said Waipalo, for I found it much nicer being here on the beach. Just then, a large wave came tumbling over the sand. As it pulled back, Moli'i scurried on her long, thin legs to find her first catch of the day. As Moli'i sliced into the sand with her long, sharp beak, Waipalo dug into the beach with his. Another wave pounded the shore. Moli'i instantly scuttled in search of more food. Waipalo was right behind her, trying to run on his long, gangly legs. Now the onlookers laughed openly. Waipalo grew angry. My young Waipalo, Moli'i said with affection, I am respected not because I am quick or agile or have a sharp beak. I am respected because I am what I am, nothing more, nothing less. Then thinking carefully, Moli'i said, why, I couldn't soar like you if I tried. Soar for us, Waipalo, the feathered chorus cried. Seeing an opportunity to capture some attention, Waipalo puffed out his chest and spread out his wings and flapped and flailed and found he could no longer rise into the air. Waipalo had spent so much time imitating Moli'i that he couldn't even remember how to fly. The bird chorus laughed and squawked until Waipalo was too tired to flap anymore. He stood there, embarrassed, knee-deep in the soggy sand. My dear Waipalo, said Moli'i once the flapping had stopped, it seems to me that you've simply forgotten yourself. For 3 days and 3 nights, the Mauka clouds rained and the trade winds blew, and still Waipalo stood on Poipo Beach. It wasn't until the 4th day that Waipalo began to remember. A warm draft ruffled his feathers, and without thinking, Waipalo began flapping. He flapped, and soon the warm draft lifted his body high into the sky. Waipalo stretched and looped. He soared over Napali. He dove for fish. He hung in midair. And from the beach below, Moli'i smiled to herself, for she had known all along that Waipalo could never be anything but the very unique bird he already was.
Maybe if Whitney got a necklace like mine, it's almost kind of a compliment. But I still say it doesn't feel very good when someone's trying to copy you. I guess the important thing to remember is that even if people try to copy me, I'm the only one that can ever be the real me. I have a million things that are totally my own, and nobody can copy that.
Hey, I'm Viva. My parents say they love me, but the way they've been acting lately makes me feel like they don't love me at all.
Hi, my name's really Ariane, but everyone calls me Arrow. I just know my parents won't understand why I dropped out of orchestra. How am I gonna tell them?
Hi.
Hi, I'm Ginger.
Hi, my name's really Ariane, but everyone calls me Arrow. I just know my parents won't understand why I dropped out of orchestra. How am I gonna tell them? The thing is, my parents are pretty cool, really. And they've always helped me when I wanted to do something.
They even got me a medicine drum when I was only 5 years old, because I really wanted to learn to play. My older brothers, Roger and Kenny, play classical flute and guitar, and my parents are really proud of them. But I'm not like them. I'm just not into classical music. I want to play in a rock band, but how am I going to make my parents understand? My dad's a really good auto mechanic. He fixes fancy cars during the day. But at night, he makes his own cars, right in our garage. He welds together old car parts to make these weird custom hot rods. And then my mom designs the way each car gets painted. It's totally cool.
You can't go by the book, Arrow. When I'm making a car, I just listen to my heart and make it up as I go along. That's what makes my cars different from everyone else's.
I just can't figure out how to tell Mom and Dad that I dropped out of orchestra. I mean, playing timpani, the big drums in the orchestra, is really fun, but I'd rather be playing hip music with my friends. One night, after dinner, Mom and Dad heard me goofing around on my drums.
What are you playing, hon? That sounds so, different.
What concerto is that from, Arrow?
I was so bummed. I totally chickened out. I said I was just doing warm-up exercises or something. I just couldn't explain.
Goose Lake. Long ago, a girl named Mei Ling lived in a village which was suffering from terrible drought. The rice fields were dying and her people were hungry. So Mei Ling went to the mountains to cut bamboo to make brooms to sell. Mei Ling climbed high into the mountains, higher than she ever had before. Suddenly, she came upon a clear blue lake, shimmering in the sun. She saw that the harvest could be saved if she could make the water flow to the fields below. Mei Ling walked all around the lake, but could find no way to create an opening in the craggy rocks and boulders. She discovered a huge stone gate amidst the rocks, but push as she might, the gate would not open. Mei Ling turned sadly to return home, when suddenly a wild goose appeared and whispered,
"Sing for the daughter of the Dragon King. She can help you get the golden key which opens the gate."
Mei Ling sang all the beautiful songs of her people, and finally, to her delight, a girl appeared from the lake. "I am Long Nu, the Dragon King's daughter. Although I am forbidden to meet humans, I could not resist your lovely songs. I grow lonely singing alone, so I've come to you in secret. Please help me get the key to unlock this gate," Mei Ling begged. "The people in my village need water to save them from hunger. My father guards the key in a cave deep at the bottom of the lake. He would destroy anyone who tried to take it. But if we sing together, he may crawl to the mouth of the cave to listen. If I keep singing, you may be able to slip past him." Gathering all her courage, Mei Ling sang with Long Nu at the mouth of the cave. All went as planned, and she entered the deep darkness. Though dazzled at first by all the jewels and pearls, Mei Ling kept searching until she found the key. Just as the goose had said, the key opened the heavy stone gate. Water flowed down the mountainside to the fields below. Although the Dragon King was furious when he discovered his loss, he soon returned to admiring his treasures and forgot his anger. The two girls became close friends and met by the stream every morning to sing, their voices blending in beautiful harmony. Today, women still gather to sing the songs they love and to celebrate the bravery of the girl who saved her village.
You know what? Even though Mom and Dad might be bummed that I'm not playing classical music, I think if I just tell them how much I love playing other kinds of music, they might understand. I mean, my dad would get pretty bored if he could only work on regular cars, and my mom would go crazy if she didn't paint. Like Dad says, listen to your heart and make it up as you go along. If I tell them that's what I'm doing, maybe Mom and Dad will understand after all.
People tease me about how much I love to talk. And I do, but it's only because making friends is so fun, and I'm pretty good at it. So of course, I was really psyched that Miss Hayes, my teacher, put Ingrid Collins right next to me on the seating chart. I mean, Ingrid's just so cool. And we started hanging out, 'cause I helped her with her homework and stuff. But now, Ingrid wants me to help her cheat on a test. Where's that book? I know I brought it.
Hey, Ginger, how's it going?
I'm kind of worried about this math test. I just know I didn't study enough for it.
Well, lucky for you that you don't even need to study math. I mean, you always know the answers to Miss Hayes' questions. But hey, Ginger, like, I really didn't study. I mean, you'll let me see your answers, right? It's not that I want to cheat or anything. It's just that if I get a bad grade, my mom's going to be really mad, and then I won't get to go camping next weekend. Oh, now we're late. Come on. Woohoo! Woohoo! Come on, Ginger. Miss Hayes never looks over here. I won't be obvious. Just keep your arm away from your paper so I can see.
I just don't know. I've never done this before.
Jeez, I can't believe you. She'll never see us. Come on, let me see your answers. Or you won't have any friends.
Oh no. Ingrid's right. She could say anything she wants about me and make sure everyone hears it. And then no one will like me. But I can't just help her cheat on a test. I mean, if Miss Hayes finds out, I'll get in trouble too. Big trouble. Now what do I do?
The Sea Turtle's Treasure. Long ago, in Moëlan-sur-Mer, after a strange summer storm had raged upon their village, two cousins, Aliénor and Martine, walked along the beach. But when Martine bent down to remove wood from a tangled net, she beheld a strange sight. A great sea turtle lay on its back, struggling in the sand. Aliénor, Aliénor, look what I found, Martine exclaimed. Help me, the turtle said weakly. Aliénor and Martine gasped. The creature had spoken. Turn me over. Quickly, the cousins helped right the creature. Suddenly, the turtle began to shimmer and shift. A cloud of sea mist rose and a beautiful woman appeared. She was draped in glistening blue robes that moved like the waves of the deep, and her hair flowed like soft seagrass. Maidens of the shore, the sea woman said, I come from the realm of warm waters. I was carried here by the storm as I swam in the shape of a turtle. You have saved my life, and for that you shall be richly rewarded. Then she reached into her shimmering cloak and pulled out two small boxes, glittering with fish scales and delicate shells. These gifts are your reward, the sea woman explained. But heed my warning. You must keep these boxes tightly closed. Not until the moon rides the sky should you open their lids. Not until the moon rides the sky, promised Aliénor. When the moon rises high, promised Martine. Then the sea woman's robes flashed in the sun. A mist suddenly rose, and the woman vanished from sight. Eager to share their story, Aliénor and Martine ran towards home. When they stopped to catch their breath, Martine restlessly turned her box over in her hands. Oh, why should I wait till the moon rises? What can the sea woman do to us now that she's so far away? Aliénor grew uneasy. But our promise, Martine? Martine only shrugged. Eagerly, she unlatched the box. But before she could see what was inside, a cold, salty breeze blew across her arms, and the box crumbled to dust in her hands. Oh, the sea woman tricked us! And Martine stormed off, leaving Aliénor alone with her unopened treasure. When Aliénor returned home, she patiently waited until the glowing white moon lifted into the sky. Not until then did Aliénor open her box. Slowly, she unlatched the clasp of purest gold. Slowly, she lifted the glittering lid. And there, glinting in the moonlight, lay lustrous pearls and gleaming corals, sparkling gems and silver coins. And from that day forward, Aliénor's family was never poor, and their comforts were great throughout their lives.
You know, the more I think about it, cheating isn't really about whether or not you get caught. I mean, if I let Ingrid cheat, she won't learn anything. Besides, it's her problem if she didn't study for the test. No, I really need to be honest about what I feel is right. And if I do lose friends over this, well, they're probably friends who treat me dishonestly. Forget that.
Hey, I'm Viva. My parents say they love me, but the way they've been acting lately makes me feel like they don't love me at all. See, my mom and dad always say they want the best for me, but then they do these totally crazy things. Like last week, they told me that next year I'm going to have to go to a new school. They say it's a lot better, but don't they know that I like my school? I mean, if I change schools, I won't have any friends at all. the whole thing just doesn't make any sense. We've lived in the same house since I was really little, and I've known my friends here forever. And now, all of a sudden, Mom and Dad think it's a good idea to change everything just so I can go to some dumb school that they say has a good music and dance program? I don't know. Dad's going to have to change his hours around so he can drive me, and I'm gonna lose all my friends. It's crazy. But I'm going to lose all my friends. I don't understand.
Honey, we're doing this for you. This new school will offer you challenges and a great music and dance program.
Sweetheart, your mom and I want you to have every opportunity in life. Your new school is much better than the schools around here, and I promise you, you'll meet a lot of other creative kids just like you.
But what if I don't want to be challenged? What if I refuse to go anywhere?
Viva, the decision's already been made. We're doing this because we love you.
Oh!
The Fire of Wisdom. Many generations ago on the island of Mindanao, there lived a young girl named Nico. Nico and her grandmother lived atop a mountain that overlooked a tiny village. One day, Nico returned from a trip to the village with some very strange news. "Grandmother," she cried as she burst into the hut. "Grandmother, the sea is disappearing. The sea is leaving the land." Liloy immediately set down her weaving. "Describe to me what you have seen, child, and do not forget any details." Nico told her grandmother everything about the water that traveled backwards, about the beaches that were becoming dry. Liloy slowly rose. "Child, run to the work hut, grab every torch you can find, and bring them to me, quickly, quickly." "They do not know," whispered Liloy. "But I do. I remember." When Nico returned with the bundles, Liloy began thrusting them into their need fire. "Follow me and do exactly as I do." Nico's throat tightened in fear. Suddenly, deliberately, Liloy thrust her burning torches into the dry stalks of rice. "Grandmother," Nico cried. "Stop! I don't understand." The girl was sure that her aged grandmother had finally lost her mind. Down the mountain, villagers saw the smoke. Word spread like the fire itself. "To the mountain! To the mountain!" cried the villagers. "To save Liloy and Nico!" The people ran up the mountain, prepared to fight the blaze. But Liloy put out her arm. "No, let it burn." "My grandmother's gone mad," Nico sobbed. "She is burning our food on purpose." Liloy waited until the last villager puffed up the hill. Then she gathered them all together at the edge of the mountain. Liloy pointed to the dry beach below. "Look." To the villagers' amazement, a dark wall of water thundered toward them. "Friends, there has been an earthquake at sea," the wise woman said. "It happened once when I was a girl. First, the sea is pulled back, but soon it returns." No sooner had Liloy spoken, but the terrible wave crashed against the island. The ground shook beneath their feet. Their huts and boats were splintered like dry stalks of rice. Liloy had saved their lives. "You see now why I burn my crops," Liloy said. Nico wiped away her tears and bowed her head in respect. Everyone worked together to extinguish Liloy's fire, and Nico found a few stalks of rice that had been spared by the flames. "May I help you plant the fields again?" Nico said, reaching out for Liloy's strong brown hand.
Sometimes it's really hard to understand what Mom and Dad are doing, but I guess they really do love me, even though things they do can seem scary or confusing on the outside. It's going to be really hard to switch schools and everything, and I'm really going to miss my friends, but at least my parents understand what I'm feeling. They're showing me it takes courage to change something that's really big, so maybe I can use my courage too.
Well guys, that's gonna wrap up this gameplay. I hope you enjoyed. We got to see so many beautiful places and help all of these girls. It was such an enchanting journey, wasn't it? Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below which girl's story was your favorite. I think my favorite was either Arrow's The Underwater Sea, or, let me see, I believe, what was her name? Was it her? One of these girls up here had the Arctic theme with like the polar bears. Oh, that was beautiful. I absolutely loved that. So yes, one of those two were probably my favorites, but honestly, every area was so beautiful. Just absolutely well done with the illustrations. But yes, let me know which one was your favorite, and of course subscribe for more nostalgic gaming. Don't forget the playlist in the description box to see all of the other awesome Let's Plays on this channel. Remember, you are special and loved, you are never alone, and you're always welcome to come back and hang out anytime. Until the next video, God bless. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye, everyone.